go. A quick dispatch then for the Churchill Tyres handicap. Gulliver a little bit slow to stride, will be dropped in, so to Gisborne. But speed on the near side from Dakota Gold as they race through the first of 6 furlongs. Kanjar right up there. Mackinac prominent with Bielsa in the group on the near side. Mr. Wagyu's orange cap and First Folio. Down the centre, Just Frank in the pale blue cap leading Badri with Lucky Man right up there as well. Over on the far side, Lethal Levi and Gathenfar racing together. Just behind the pace in the beige jacket, Magical Spirit on the far side. Shoved along Giza Sub, who's just a little bit outpaced at this stage as Summergan goes past him on the near side. Soldier's Minute looking for a run through. So to Elise Dancer over on the far side with the grey silver samurai, but they're jostling for position as they go past the 2 furlong marker in the Churchill Tyres handicap. Down the centre, Mackinac taken on now by Bielsa. Dakota Gold battling on. Lethal Levi over on the far side is running on well. Gathenfar on the far side as well. Badri trying to keep on with Kanjar. Mr. Wagyu. Bielsa strikes the front inside the final furlong. Going on now from Lethal Levi, who's battling away bravely. Bielsa and Lethal Levi. Bielsa just from Lethal Levi. Back in third place on the far side, Magical Spirit and the running on Spirit of Light close up. It could be tight for third there. Badri behind them and a whole host of others. Gathenfar on the far side finishing off well too.
Well, it was a prescient pre-race interview from Niall Hannity with Kevin Ryan. He has won this with Bielsa, Machine Murphy on board, and that horse has come home from Lethal Levi in second for Clifford Lee and Carl Burke. It looked like Magical Spirit was third for Tom Eves and Kevin Ryan, and it will be a photo for fourth because a whole host of them in the running for that. But Bielsa was travelled comfortably into the race, moved into the lead quite well. He just had to deal with Lethal Levi, who'd race with just one really to accompany him over towards the far side, and as those two had come clear of the field. Bielsa has won.
Yeah, he has, and we know plenty about him with his high-class handicap form in the past, the previous winner of an Air Gold Cup, and Kevin Ryan threw a few into the mix, didn't he? And he's come up trumps with Bielsa. Seen off Lethal Levi, who I think has run very, very well in defeat, and Kevin Ryan with the third horse home as well. Over on the far side, Magical Spirit keeping on late. Pretty sure that he got third in the end. They never split into distinct groups and nothing went fully over towards the far side really.
No, Lethal Levi.
Yeah, but he's come from stall 2 and the third horse has come from stall 4. The winner has come from 14, so they've ended up over towards this side a little bit more, but it's low and then up to the middle that have come to the fore in the race ultimately.
Yeah, it's the largest group is sort of stand side. Lethal Levi has just been over there with Gathenfar racing alone, so they've been slightly isolated in the early stages, but as you say, it's a bit sort of inchoate between the middle and the stand side.
And over on that side, Magical Spirit is almost over with Lethal Levi, isn't he? It's probably a fair enough playing field. Bielsa's more towards this side, so I think they were going a little bit of a stronger gallop in this near side group, the slightly bigger group. They seemed a length or so ahead of where Lethal Levi and Gattenfar were out towards the centre.
Yes, this is the point where Bielsa moves through quite comfortably, whereas Lethal Levi is under pressure, but he finds plenty. He's a fighter of a horse.
Yeah, he is, and he's stuck to his task very well. I think Mackinar's run well for a long way. He's shown a lot of pace and enthusiasm. It's only late on really that he starts to lose a little bit of ground on the front two, but he's still hanging around. Spirit of Light sticks on really well. It's a good run from him. I think the disappointment was probably Giza Sub, who wasn't going from an early stage.
No, not at all. That's him being ridden along with the noseband. Behind him with the white cap and the red star, watch Soldier's Minute and watch Joe Fanning trying to find a run. I'll give you a clue, he doesn't get one.
No, he's just not getting a passage through at all. He keeps having to switch right, and he's always waiting, isn't he? So it just never opened up for him, and he finishes with more to give in the end. For Soldier's Minute, he just hasn't had the rub of the green at all, and he looks like a horse that is back in a little bit of form really. And
there are plenty of races like this here at York. He goes well on the track. He should find something. That suggests that he's in pretty good form.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's run this off. He's running this off 87. He's going to get a drop given where he's been beaten. He's eligible for a lot lesser races than this. You could see him getting back on the up through the ratings again.
Yeah, absolutely. That was quite an eye-catching run. Bielsa, who's no stranger to these kind of handicaps, receives a warm round of applause as Oisin Murphy brings him into the winner's enclosure. We're showing you the closing stages again. Any others that you want to pick out? This is Sub you mentioned as a disappointment. Anything else that you think? I was expecting more from you. See me after class.
No, I thought Badgery ran very, very well. Put him up as a positive. Summergand, probably a stiffer track nowadays suits him ideally, and both David O'Mara runners were kind of sticking on, having found it sharp enough, and I think that's might be what you would have expected beforehand. Didn't think you wanted to end up right towards this stands rail, really, would be an assessment, even though the winner has raced in that group. He was never fully with them, was he? And so that could well be the case, that you don't want to be hard against it.
Silver Samurai's run okay, but he just looks uncomfortable and as though he wants to hang to his right the whole time.
Who, sorry?
Silver Samurai. I thought he might bounce back a bit under these circumstances compared to his last run. It was quite a promising debut from him. He didn't build on it, and I thought he'd do better here, but he just looks as though he wasn't enjoying himself for whatever reason. But that didn't apply to Bielsa. Oisin Murphy on board here for Kevin Ryan, and Kevin, of course, has got Emirati Anna in the next race, the Duke of York Clipper Stakes, a race at Group 2 that he has won twice before with Amadeus Wolf and Tiddlywinks, and so he's looking to win it for a third time here today. Let's go and join Niall.
Oisin Murphy joins us now. Going to walk in together after Bielsa's just won her second race today. What a good servant. He's been an Air Gold Cup winner, and he's done it nicely there.
Yeah, he was fantastic under Kevin Stott in the Air Gold Cup a few years ago, and Kevin and Alistair Donald picked this race out after his seasonal reappearance at Redcar, and today he was really easy to ride and, you know, gave me a lovely ride. So thrilled to get on the score sheet at such a nice race course like York.
Sometimes under pressure you can just edge a little bit to the right, but none of that today.
No, he enjoyed himself and really push button stuff now. So as I say, this is an important meeting and it's nice to get on the score sheet.
Patterson's Musador, you got Sia Roses, he obviously beat the favourite at Doncaster first time out for Andrew Baldwin. Perry is teaming up for a double in the day.
Yeah, Scampy was very good under Haley earlier, was great. And Sia Roses has improved from France.
Right.
Definitely improved. I have a lot of respect for the likes of Infinite Cosmos, but I'm really looking forward to getting on her.
It's a deep little Musador, it looks, doesn't it?
Yeah, and so it should be.
Yeah.
It's a proper Oaks trial and some lovely fillies with big futures.
Good stuff, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, Leeds might be going down, but their old manager